Welcome to Ask the $50 Billion Man with high-performance executive success coach Dan Peña. The only show where you ask and you get complete, no-holds-barred answers. You want the truth? Can you handle the truth? Ask only if you dare. Head on to www.askthefiftyBillionDollarMan.com to submit your questions. And now, your host, Dan Peña.
What are your thoughts on how to prevent a board from ousting the founder? Can you share some of the insights? The chairman, your mentor, is the most important person on the board. If you have his backing, you won't get thrown out. Do you go into details with your mentees that go to the Castle Seminar about how to properly structure multiple holding companies, or is that something you could do when I one day come to see you at your Castle Seminar? No, we don't go through that. That's for the lawyers and the accountants to do after you start your business. How can someone get over their laziness besides finding something they are passionate about? I don't know. What are your health tips and strategies on how to stay awake and energized to complete tasks throughout the day? I've been fighting this for years, and I sleep, holy shit, 10 to 14 hours a day, and I'm 25. You need to go see a doctor, kid. Either I have some type of medical condition or just excuses, maybe both. I've got a gift for you which will do you the world of good. Will you use it? It depends what it is. Send it to my office. If you knew what you know now and you were me, what would you differently do in your life? If I knew what you knew now, I mean, focus on the few, not the many. You are who you hang around with. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Pretty simple. What crosses your mind when you hear the word gambling? Not me, not for me or my wife, Sally. When did the brainwashing begin that making a lot of money is wrong or you're a bad person? It's been around quite a long time. I moved to come work for my father in the landscaping business. This has been a disaster. We are both broke. That's too bad. I had to get a pizza delivery job just to survive. I moved over to an eBay business. I grossed $1,000 last month. How do I get my eBay business to a full-time income? Follow the principles and follow the guys that are doing the best jobs on eBay. I discovered you through London Real and instantly connected with you. The way you communicate to people, you're brash, blunt, you don't talk any shit, and I admire that. Thank you. I'm beginning a new business in self-publishing, and I'm enjoying working harder than I ever have in my 32 years so far, but my friends, family, and girlfriend aren't. I don't want to sacrifice my family, friends, or my girlfriend, and was wondering how you and Sally have managed to keep up your marriage over the years without her just telling you to screw off. Because my wife is a high-performance person, and she supports me. And she knew what I was when we got married. I have a few very successful friends who understand what I am going through, but their work has ended relationships as well. That happens. I know there is no work-life balance, and it's all about sacrifices. I would let my friends and girlfriend go if I absolutely had to, I suppose, but any advice you could give on this matter would be great. Keep fighting the good fight. Love your material. There is no work-life balance. There's work-life decisions, and they have consequences. You have to decide what's more important to you. I wish you luck. I grew up in German middle class. My dad is a good guy and educated me the way he was raised. Now, what else can I do besides looking for role models and don't surround myself with other financial losers to become finally a successful man and unlearn all these mediocre crap? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I mean, you've got to go out, stretch outside your comfort zone and find people that are more than you and are where you want to be. What is the real truth about great success in one sentence? You can be successful as you want to be in life. Just fucking do it. Dan, you know times have changed. The business and financial lending world are completely different from the 80s and 90s and early mid 2000s. The answer I look for now is, how does an amateur or would-be entrepreneur start today with little more than a good idea or business plan, but a little capital? I have people doing it every fucking week that come to the seminar. In that regard, QLA is still applicable. So don't listen to that bullshit. If the ultimate goal is to open a hedge fund, should I start all these businesses or should I focus on one in particular one? If you knew what you knew now, but you were me, what would you do? Blah, blah, blah. Focus on the few, not the many. Just fucking do it. What is the greatest tip that you got in your life? It was focus on the few and I didn't listen to it. What is the best sales tip you can give me? Close hard. Okay, to start a business is not about to get with the right thing on the right place. To start the business, is it not about to get with the right thing on the right place in the right time? No, it's just fucking do it. Where do you think the economy is going? With all the money printing, debt, what would happen? Debt, what would happen? Collapse. And why is all of the world working under only what seems as one monetary system? Well, I think that the overall worldwide economy is not too good a shape, but it doesn't matter. QLA works. Don't worry about all the bullshit. When is a question not an ASCO question, but a genuine request for information? An ASCO question is asking me the same fucking thing over and over again. 85% of all the questions I get on these podcasts, and maybe I am a saint because I continue to answer them, are answered in all the free material on my website. If I had 1 minute to pitch to a potential investor, would you advise me to offer shares at that stage or stick to the PS I have? I'd ask to stick to the script and see what its impact is. Mr. Peña, it seems that most natural way to follow your program is to become an entrepreneur and an investor. However, one of your more successful mentees is an employee, Mr. Klaus Kleinfeld, Dr. Kleinfeld. When do you recommend quitting your job, and when do you advise to pursue a more standard career? Are you equally good? Are they equally good? Yeah. If you want to stay in the corporate hierarchy, QLA works. Klaus Kleinfeld's a perfect example. I'm a former university and professional athlete. I have just accepted my first assistant coaching position with an NC2A ice hockey program. I recently have been introduced to QLA and have begun to follow your podcast and other interviews. From what I have learned so far, QLA and its principles are highly transferable and not solely designed for the business or financial world. That's absolutely true. I believe that I have been able to develop an understanding of how to transfer QLA principles into the coaching world. I would like to hear your opinion on what makes you such a successful coach and how you are able to get such a diverse collection of individuals to buy into your beliefs and get them across the goal line. Because it's a universal concept. QLA is universal. I mean, taking unfair advantage by following precepts that have worked for hundreds or maybe even thousands of years. I don't know. And I have worked with coaches. I've worked with Olympians, former world champions, etc. And the way to do it is to show the results. And kids and athletes are results orientated. And I'm glad to see that you figured this out so soon. Good luck to you. I am a minimum wage employee. Is it worth to come? Well, you mean come to the seminar? Yes. I mean, we've had people that were minimum wage. We have people that saved their money for years to come here. Mr. Peña, you have mentioned the importance of an exit strategy a few times. You said you can exit via an IPO, selling to a bigger firm, and a franchise. That's correct. What are the other exit options? Do you have a favorite? What types of businesses are the easiest to exit? They're all hard. But I like industry sales to larger, and I like IPOs, larger firms, that is. Sir, what led you to create QLA? I mean, what was the moment that you just knew this is it? This is what I am meant to do. Well, I mean, you do things out of inspiration or desperation. I was thrown out of the company that I founded unceremoniously in early 1992, and I needed to do. I didn't need to do anything, but I wanted to do something. I wanted to teach. That was unfulfilling at university, and so one of my good friends suggested, Dan, well, why don't you coach? And that's how it started. What is the most common cause for mentees falling from grace and getting hung on the wall of shame? What can you do to avoid these pitfalls which others who seem to be strong have succumbed to? Normally it's greed and dishonesty that puts you on that wall. Finding mentors and catching a heavy hitter while you're still at a rookie level. How do you do it? It's a numbers game. You have to contact a lot of people and find somebody where chemistry matches. If money is the measure of success, how should a future post-Keynesian, post-money world currency to be structured to make this world more successful, less corrupt, and more fair place of doing business? Transactions and store wealth. The structure of money affects this world fundamentally. What is your take on the best possible next world currency? I have none. And don't worry about this shit or you're going to stay poor. Do you judge to motivate or motivate to judge? This is a good question. Do you judge to motivate or motivate to judge? Both. Would you take 10% of my future business revenue for a period of 2 years following the week-long seminar? No. How do I find my passion? What do you spend most of the time thinking about or trying to do? What was your strategy for finishing 3 years of university in 1.5 years? Did you do it full-time? Yes, I was a full-time student. I took as many as 26 units per semester. I went to 2 universities simultaneously. My strategy was because I had flunked out 3 times before. I went away to the military for 4 years. I wanted to come back. I thought I was behind my colleagues in experience when I really wasn't, because those 4 years in the military made me a different man. Actually turned me from a boy to a man, and I got out of school quickly. Thank you very much for your reply. However, I wouldn't be asking for this favor if I was convinced the web content was enough to make me successful. It is. We don't get stronger by watching someone lifting weights. We must grab them and sweat. I agree. If the web content was the real deal, 2 things would have happened. No one would feel the need to go to the training week with Mr. Peña. Good point. And we would be seeing many more millionaires around. You don't know how many there are. I won't just stop doing what I'm convinced to because someone doesn't want to help me. I believe it would be a great experience and it would shave some years of trial and error, but I know I can do it myself. I'm just one step closer to success now. Anyway, I appreciate the answer. Okay, it's hard to know where to start with a question like this. First of all, 99.999999 of all the people that have used QLA successful, I have never met. Face fucked, link fucked, tweet fucked, Skype fucked, text fucked. I would know them if they came into the studio and pissed on my leg. The 0.1% of the people that I've touched, laid hands on, I'd be disingenuous if I didn't say those were the billionaire guys that have created billions. But the material is there. It's not for me to beg you to sweat. The people that come here are the people that want to take it to the next level. Not just being high performance, but being super high performance. I feel grateful to have just learned about you yesterday. I would like to know, is it possible for a doofus like me, starting without cash and credit, to become a deal and money maker and any issue over and over? Yes. What is the best way to start? By reading all the stuff on my site and then applying it and just fucking doing it. Every day I try to do my maximum to improve myself, to stay healthy, to go out of my comfort zone, stranger smarter, faster, and I enjoy it. I'm improving. My ultimate goal consists in improvising sentiments, being conditioned, and understanding reality. Sentiments, I then need to get smarter, rich, healthier, more affluent, I should say. My problem is that my mood is unstable. It seriously impacts my productivity. How can I stay motivated? How can I keep moving forward? Should I believe in something in particular? Deeply inside, I'm seriously depressed. Life pisses me off. I don't live because I want to, because I have to. I don't believe in free will. I try to deceive myself into believing in what I consider helpful. Sometimes I become nihilistic. I don't believe in any form of happy ending which may help to keep me moving. I am agnostic, atheistic. I don't enjoy life. I hate Jesus. I hate it. I also hate human nature. I would like to commit suicide, but I don't because I wouldn't like to cause more suffering. I have no egotistical dream except understanding the nonsense that life is. I'm not materialistic at all. I live because of others. My dream is to suppress every form of life, as life is the source of all suffering. In case you are wondering, I am not considered ill, really, depressed or whatever by the medical community. I saw several psychiatrists, among which are some are renowned. I'm considered perfectly sane. I tried every fucking thing I could. I work out regularly, take supplements, meditate, procrastinate less and less, have good habits, try to be honest with myself. I read philosophy, psychology, self-improvement content. I consider taking drugs like ayahuasca, DMT, psilocybin to rewire my brain into a pro-life way. But it is depressing to consider to take, as I am looking to feel better, but also to see a reality as it is. Life isn't necessarily good. Since I follow you, I take more action, procrastinate less, look for less emotional content, and try to be high on life as yourself. I am really grateful. I still have a lot of things to work on, and I do. I'm currently looking for a way to make money. I left my engineering school third year. Well, I would disagree with a psychiatrist. Something's not right with you. And you know that, otherwise you wouldn't write this. And the reason I left this question into all the other questions is because you're not the only person that thinks this or lives your life this way. For those of you that are watching this that think anything remotely like this, you need professional help.